Welcome back to another episode of the Pizza and the Bagel.
Pizza and the Bagel.
Dude, I can still not get sick of that intro.
It's so fucking great. It pumps me. I get so hyped up listening to it.
I've
probably played it 300 times.
Because I think the last episode was, I guess, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You had it like 150, so you've already doubled it those last 2 weeks.
I've dropped it in work meetings. I've sent it to my bosses. I play it at the bar for people. I fucking love it.
It just never gets old.
It's so good.
Thanks again, Miles.
Yeah, shout out to Miles. We're buying you a bar tab or something so I can meet you and thank you properly because it's fucking dank. It's so good.
So, I mean, yeah, we didn't record last week, so I guess it's been a minute since I've seen you. I don't know. Let's start with that. What's new with you, bud?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Crushing work stuff and just really enjoying fucking podcast day. I love it. It's my favorite day of the week.
I look forward to it so much.
Yeah, I love it for so many reasons. First of all, it's always great to see you.
Always.
And we just get to bullshit, which is hilarious. And we're not on our phones.
Nope.
We just get to be fucking living in the moment together.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Catching up, trading stories, playing games. I do look forward to it.
Me
it's
too.
It's fun. And the damn thing is the fucking hour goes by so quickly.
So fast.
But I don't know. We'll just treasure these moments each week and then look
Indeed.
forward to the next one.
Fuck yeah. I love it.
So anything like exciting?
No, nothing particular. I had a little bit of an infuriating meeting with some friends the other day.
Oh, okay.
So annoying. Like, first of all,
Drama.
I do not understand people who cheat on people.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Don't fucking
Just,
understand it.
if you're unhappy, then just fucking go.
Break up with them. Yeah, like especially if you're like not married. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Like you can literally be like, fuck you,
And I'm
just
out.
walk away.
Yeah, because in other words, you're just spending all the time like sneaking around,
It's
and
gonna
then
be
you're
so
stressing yourself
expensive
out.
and exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, where do you have the time or the resources to date two people?
Oh yeah, fuck
Who
all
the
on
fuck
that.
has money for that
Just
shit?
get rid of the old one, and then
Exactly.
you don't have to sneak around. You're not cheating.
Right.
Bad reputation.
It's just unbelievable because you're taking somebody that you love and you are repeatedly hurting them.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a bit of a psychopath, but like that takes, I mean, you have to be seriously fucked up to be able to do that to somebody. I never understood it. So I was talking with a friend, I'm not going to drop any names, and she just found out she's been quote unquote being cheated on for a large portion of their relationship. And the cheating is that he's been going to Asian rub-and tugs.
Like for
Together.
real?
For real.
For real.
For real.
I didn't even know those were even
yeah.
like around here.
Yeah, like there's one in Warren. I guess.
Warren. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever. You can
Out
go and
west,
you
I
can
think?
yeah,
Alright,
you can
yeah.
go and you can get an Asian massage with a happy ending.
Okay. You said that's in Warren, right? I just
Yeah.
want to know where
Oh, yeah, I'll send
not
you the
to
address.
go to.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But here's the amazing thing. The way that she found out is that he left a bunch of receipts on the like his dresser.
Why?
Who gets a fucking receipt?
Yeah,
From
it's
a
like you're
rub-and
gonna
tug.
return your jerk off.
Exactly. What are you gonna get? Yeah, are you gonna write it off on your taxes? Like, you don't go to a hooker and then ask for a fucking receipt and then like pop it in your wallet for later. You just give them the fucking money, get your hand job, and go home. Like, what is it? Like a punch card? Do you think after the 10th one he gets a free?
Yeah. What if it is though?
Maybe that's.
What if it's like
he's
they're
just
like
thrifty. He's not an asshole. He's just thrifty.
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, like come
dickball.
in and get 10 hand jobs and then you get the 11th one free. But we
First of
need to have
all-
receipts for all 10 of them.
Who the fuck wants 10 hand jobs? That sounds awful.
Well, it's not gonna be in a row. It's
No,
gonna
I
be
would hope not.
yeah.
That's too many.
Yeah, that's 9
That's
too many.
Yeah, it's 9.5 too many. Ladies, if you're out there giving your man hand jobs, the secret to the perfect hand job is to use your mouth. Because
Just let him do it.
yeah, dude. I mean, listen, we've been jerking ourselves off since we were what, 12.
I would say 12, 13.
12? I'm pretty good at it,
Yeah.
and you're not going to be good at it.
No, not
No.
as good as me.
No.
I mean, it's necessary to get things going, but
I suppose.
I mean, I can't just sit there for. I don't even know how long it would take me to come if I was sitting there getting a hand job.
Just a straight hand job, just like
Yeah.
that's all the action you're getting for the night. That sounds
Yeah.
like a fucking punishment.
Yeah.
Like if she was a dom, she'd be like, I'm just gonna jerk you off. I'd be like, oh, that's nasty. Like that's gonna take me forever to come.
Good thing I don't pay you by the
Yeah,
hour.
exactly. But I'm not into that. Like I don't want somebody to poorly stroke my cock for a while. It sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And then you have to get like lotion, or they spit on it, which is kind of gross anyway. Like,
I mean, it can be hot.
I suppose. I don't know.
Okay, so we're doing our usual sidetracks here.
Exactly.
Okay, so he left the receipts
Yeah.
on the
like,
dresser or whatever the fuck.
And she's just like going through, like, oh, let's see, what is this sitting here? Oh, it's a receipt for your Asian fucking hand jobs.
Now, let's do another quick sidetrack here. So the receipt, okay, it's for a massage.
You're wondering if it's itemized.
Yes,
I know
that's
exactly
what I
where
was
your
getting
fucking
to.
brain is
Yeah,
going.
so it's like,
okay, so back massage,
$50 for
55.
Yeah.
Leg massage, 22. 30-minute hand job, $800 or whatever the fuck they would charge for it.
Right.
How much do you think a hand job costs?
I imagine it's gonna be more than the actual massage.
I would hope.
So I've only had one massage done, which was such an odd experience. But I do need to try to do this again. And fuck, I don't even remember what the pricing is. I mean, I'm just gonna guess. I mean, like, if it was between $50 and $75 for like a full body massage.
That's cheap.
Okay, that's what I feel like the price was.
That's cheap. I send Jen to get massages at a place called Sacred Hour that she loves, and they're like, for a full hour, it's like $110.
Wow.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I could be wrong. It could be more around that time. So then let's just say if it is $100 for the hour for a full body massage, the hand job's got to be more.
It does say full body. That should include your cock.
Technically, and the balls.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that Jewish guy who's like, technically, if you read the fine print, my cock is part of my body, so you have to massage that Madame Kamei or whatever her name is. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking. Was it itemized on the receipt? Did you ask these questions?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I just
that would have been the first fucking thing I thought of.
I let my mind wander. I just enjoyed myself in the moment. I didn't really get too deep into it because she's also like super hurt, and I didn't want to like focus in on it, so I wasn't asking too many questions. But that's exactly where my mind went. Also, is the receipt itemized? Yeah.
That's amazing. You already knew where I was going with
100%. Yeah. And
Okay.
I mean, do you think? I would imagine they should charge you by the amount of time.
If it's for the hand job?
Yeah.
I mean,
There
yeah,
should
because
be
you
like
could
a
be
flat rate, like up to 30 minutes is included for $55, and then every minute over is like
$2.50,
$75 cents or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like those sex calls. It's like $1.99 per minute.
Right. Because if you come in 3 minutes, they're not going to be like, oh, well, that's only $1.95 because you're fast.
Yeah, they're not gonna prorate your.
Yeah, because then you're just going to like make yourself come as fast as possible from a fucking hand job. Gross.
Okay, so she found the receipts, and it says it's from Asian Love Massage or whatever. Okay, so then what?
That it was just confrontation. What is this? And then apparently he opened up and was like,
And confessed.
And was like, well, you're holding my idiot receipt, so
I'm an idiot.
okay, I haven't just been getting my back massaged. They also tug my cock.
They massage my cock for money.
Exactly. Like they don't. Like you're driving to fucking Warren for an Asian back massage. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and here's the deal. I imagine they live locally. I don't remember where they live. But there's plenty. I mean, for the example, when Jess and I went to go get those massages, right there in Rocky River.
Oh, absolutely. There's places in Lakewood you can go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I need to do another one. Mine was.
I've never had a massage before. I don't like people touching me. Not crazy about it. I don't even like getting my hair cut because people like whenever somebody cuts your hair, like they're always so physically close to you, and like they're leaning in to trim your hair, and like their gut touches you. I'm just like gross. Like this is, I'm at Sport Clips. It's like $9, but I'm like, this is the most awkward 40 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
I just hate sitting there, getting the haircut.
Me too.
It's just like, and the thing is, there's always the same 3 questions, right? Or 5.
The bullshit.
Do you have a dog? Oh, what's the dog's name? How long have you had him? What kind of dog is it? Or like, oh, do you live in Lakewood? What do you do for a living? Right?
Do
It's
you
like,
enjoy food? Like, yeah, like fuck off.
yeah, it's like, listen, if you're okay with it, I'm totally fine with just sitting here with my eyes closed, being quiet, like until I'm ready to like see if you fucked up or not.
You know what's amazing? Like, I haven't been in an Uber in a long time, but when I was in an Uber, I remember that the drivers that I liked the most would have like laminated piece of paper that says like, describe what ride you want. Do you want to converse? Do you want to listen to news? Do you want to listen to music? Do you want silence? And they should do that when they cut your hair. They should be like, here's a card. Let me know what type of experience you want. Because for me, just don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
think that goes
20
for most
minutes.
people.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
Look,
I don't care.
And it's different, like if you're a lady and you're getting your hair dyed,
for
or all
3
the
fucking hours,
yeah, all
you
the
have
crazy,
to talk.
yeah.
But I'm in and out of there in 17 minutes.
Yep.
I'm paying $1 a minute for this horrible haircut.
Yeah.
Like, fucking don't talk to me. I hate it.
We did talk about this. I
I
forgot.
hate it.
I mean, that's pretty exciting drama.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. But
mean-
again, what kind of a fucking animal do you have to be to cheat on people? Like
Is-
for a long time.
Now, is a rub and tug considered cheating?
I would say yes. I would say any time that you are coming, if it's not your significant other or you performing it, that's cheating.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What's worse, if your other was going to a massage parlor to get shit, or your other was like picking up somebody from a bar and going back to their place?
I mean, out of those two, I would say that picking up somebody at a bar, because if they're fucking, then they could bring home, like fucking herpes or whatever.
Yeah.
If it's just a rub and tug, like at least you know you're coming home clean.
Yeah. And it's just, that's
Shame.
it. End of
Just shame.
transaction.
Yeah.
Here's the money.
Here's your fucking receipt,
Yeah.
idiot, fucking dummy.
Like pushing little buttons, pulling the levers.
Yeah. Okay, you're
And then
going
they
to a
rip
very
it.
old school Asian rub and tug.
Well, those rub and tugs have been around for quite some time, my man.
So is the hand job.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty exciting.
As old as time.
Yeah. Let's see what I got. We went camping over the weekend.
How was that?
It was dope. It's nice to get out of the city.
Never understood it.
Well, here's the thing. We did more of like a glamping. It was like in like
That I
a
would do.
studio cabin. It's like, it's just one room. It's in a bed. I mean, there's a bed there. There's like a counter and so forth, right? But you cook everything on a fire, so it was dope.
That sounds good.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I mean, we were cooking everything in the skillet, making hash and those like hobo pie, like those cast iron things.
Oh,
you make,
yeah,
like,
I've seen those, yeah.
Basically like your own like hot pocket over the fire.
Yeah. That'd be fine. I'm down with
yeah.
all that stuff, but then I'm sleeping in a fucking like
No.
hotel.
Oh, yeah. Fuck on sleeping on the ground at the time. Yeah.
Sleeping tents and
No.
fucking sleeping bags and shit. Like, I own a house.
Yeah.
For a reason. Like,
No.
I pay bills.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spend my vacation being homeless. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You want to go sleep on the ground? No, I have a house.
Yeah.
There's beds.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the exact same way. I mean, it was nice though. Like, let Taco just fucking run around.
Sure.
And, and then yesterday we basically got home, had a lazy day. Oops, sorry, there's a burp there. Having this like a lazy day, and it sucked, of course, going back to work today.
It
But
always does.
Mondays are always the craziest. All right, it goes for everybody. There's all the bullshit that comes in from the weekend.
Sure.
You got to deal with it on Monday. So, we like as of recently, we've been we like send out like kind of like cold texts, like, hey, this is Sam from our company, and like seeing if you want to have any work done.
Sure.
Like hit reply back stop if you don't like
Right.
just all the normal stuff. So I was on the phone with the customer and I had a call come in and this voicemail, and I went and checked it, and so this person got one of our texts. Now, instead of just replying back stop,
Oh my God, I already love where this is going.
this is what
This is the angry don't fucking text me voicemail.
yeah, this is
Yes.
there's always somebody, right? You're spending way more time and just fucking calling to fucking try to shit down my throat when you could just reply back stop, right? So I recorded it. So hopefully this comes through good, but I'm gonna play it for you right now.
I can't wait.
Hey, Sam, you wouldn't text me, God damn it. Don't be fucking texting me no more, you scam ass, dumb ass, shit ass. If I want any level I'm doing, I will do it. I will call you. Don't be calling me. You scam ass, dumb ass, shit asses. Go out and get a goddamn job instead of sitting on your goddamn ass making fucking telephone calls. Goodbye, you bastard.
Stop it. That's not real.
I swear to God, 100%,
Oh my-
that's real.
You bastard.
He's like, you shit ass,
You
dumb
shit-ass,
ass.
dumb bastard. Get a job. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is my job.
I was gonna
you
say,
dick.
yeah, like technically being on the phone is
Don't be sitting on your ass. Get a job. Like, a lot of people sit on their ass for their job.
yeah, making phone calls
Making fucking phone calls.
and annoy fuck faces like you.
So
All
I'm
right.
not gonna put out here where my big boy job is, but it's a Fortune 50 company. It's fucking enormous. I had somebody, not on my team, but that works in the same department that I do, like where my employees work, and rage quit via email the other day.
Ooh.
Guess how many people this broad sent the email to?
The whole company?
Pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
10,551 people.
Holy shit.
All the
And
way-
was it only supposed to go to
No, this was
it was on
intentionally
purpose.
to
Okay.
CC'd to the entire department plus the CEO.
That's amazing.
It was fucking amazing. Like, this company sucks. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate this place. I'm so glad to get out of here. It was the worst decision I ever made. Fuck this company. And I'm just looking at the list and I'm dying laughing. And I hit the expand button so that it'll open up the distro. And it says, I can't open the distro. It's over 10,000 people. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. That's the way to go. Fuck yeah.
Just like the whole like half-baked, like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
Oh, actually, they did
Fuck
it. You're
you, I'm
cool.
out. Did they
Yeah,
really?
At the very end of it, she at the very bottom, she was like, "This person was the best supervisor I ever had. This person was the best team member I ever worked with. This boss was the best." And then it was basically like, "Fuck you, I'm out."
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
She did a half-baked, you're cool moment. That rules.
It was fabulous. And then, of course, like, we're having to have a conversation about it because it went out to all of our employees, and we don't want them all to be like, "Oh yeah, that's right, fuck this place." So we all have to like put shit in place for it, which is ridiculous, but it was awesome. 10,551 fuck yous.
That's amazing.
So good.
That's dope.
So good.
Good for her.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's a good way to go.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I've rage quit some places before, but
I've never
I did
gone out like that.
No?
Not
Oh,
like
man.
that.
Not like that. No.
No, actually, I don't think I've ever rage quit before. I've quit most of my jobs, but it was also one, and I can save this for another day, but I don't know. I'll give you this. I got fired from one of my jobs because my boss found out that I worked with his wife at the job before that, and she was letting all of us feel her boobs, but like through the bra, because she got something called a water bra. And I don't know really
fuck
to
is
this.
that?
I don't know. This is a thing I think came out, and this was like
Oh, yeah. I
like
remember
early
those.
2000s or something like that.
Yeah.
And
It's
she
got
was really
fluid in it, so it makes you
stoked.
look like you have bigger tits.
Right.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, during that time was also in the restaurant biz, so you know how those people
Oh,
work.
sure. You
So-
can touch people's tits.
Yeah, so basically got to a point where I got fired because of that. And I'll break that story down somewhere down the road, but
I would love that.
that's like the worst, yeah.
When I was like, I don't know, like 17 or 18 years old, I got fired from so many jobs, like rapid fire, but intentionally. I just picked up dumb jobs. Like, I worked at Movie Gallery for 9 days.
Sure.
I worked for Geppetto's for 11 days. I worked at a gas station for 4 days. I had to go to fucking H&R Block to do my taxes because if you have more than 9 W-2s, you have to have an actual accountant. And I walk in there fucking 18 years old and I'm like, yeah, I can't do my own taxes anymore, so I have to pay you to fucking do them. And this guy's like, you have 11 W-2s. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you made like $13,000. The fuck do you have 11 W-2s? Like, I'm like, here's one for $340. Here's one for $270. I just got it out of my system when I was young. And I've never been fired from a job since.
Yeah, I've quit like all my jobs. Been fired from like 2, but also like one of them was like a bullshit fire.
Sure.
Actually, and all of them were bullshit fires, but
These were just throwaway jobs. So
yeah,
it was
I was
like,
young, I didn't give a fuck. I was
Yeah.
16, 17, living
didn't
at
give a
home.
exactly. It was like, I worked at Movie Gallery and the one-eyed manager, Bob, was like, I don't think you vacuumed last night. And I was like, well, then fuck you, Bob, and just quit.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted a paycheck to pay for gas,
Exactly.
and concert tickets, and Taco Bell. That was it.
Then I worked at a gas station for 4 days, and somebody pulled up and they did a gas and run, which you used to be able to do. You didn't have to put like a credit card in first.
Yeah,
And this dude just gassed up his car for like $30 and took off. And it was my 4th day. And I called my boss and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, oh, if somebody gas and runs, that comes out of your paycheck. And I was
Fuck
like,
off.
fuck you. And, I mean, there's no way to close out like the gas transaction until you pay. So I just pulled my car up, filled it up, locked the store, and never went back. Fuck you. Free
Pro
tank
move.
of gas, suck your dick, and I'm out of here. Fucking 18 years old. I don't give a shit. I work at a gas. I make $7 an hour.
yeah.
Below
Oh
your,
gosh.
can you imagine?
Minimum wage was so bad back then.
$7 an hour.
Oh yeah. I remember like being like at one of the jobs I was at, and it was like $5.50 an hour.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and that was like in high school prices, and now it's fucking way higher than that.
Way higher, as it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially everything's fucking
So expensive.
Yep. So, I got a fun story, since it's kind of funny, since we are already kind of talking about back when we were younger, high school.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually going to go back. Let me take you back to when I was like 13 years old.
Okay. So what year is this when you're 13?
This is like 1998.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm right that age. There was a girl that lived across the street from me that also went to school with me.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like the whole street was like all the neighborhood kids, and we'd all like hang out. Like my house was like the house that everybody would like come over and hang out. Like even if I wasn't home, like
there were people there.
Yeah, hanging out on our front porch. Like that was my house, you know, for the neighborhood. So one warm summer night.
This sounds romantic.
Yeah. So it's her, myself, my buddy, and my cousin. Now, my cousin's a female. She's like 2 years younger than me, something like that, give or take. And we're just hanging out, bullshitting. It's a summer night. And I don't remember how it started, but somebody suggested that we play Truth or Dare, right?
Sure.
And that was fun. It was like doing stupid shit until it got to the point where it was like, now we're like, my buddy and my cousin are now daring me and the girl across the street to do things, getting a little further, like, oh, French kiss, like touch her boob,
like sexy time.
Yeah, it's getting. And of course, being 13, you're like,
fuck yeah.
You're like, yeah, this is awesome, but like, holy shit, like,
I have to perform in public.
I'm also so nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. What if I French kiss her wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, French kissing at 13 is probably disgusting.
Yeah, awful.
You're just eating each other's faces.
So moist.
Just flipping tongues around. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing. So, anyways, it gets to a point where I am now dared to finger her. Right? Okay, so we're 13 years old, and this is the first time ever fingering a chick. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
On a dare?
Yeah, on a dare.
Shit.
Yeah. So
did you have to do this like in front of other people?
Well, no. So I'm going to get to that. So it's just the four of us. We're on the front porch, and now we've been dared that I have to finger her. So in my backyard, we had one of those like jungle gym things that people buy for their kids, like one of those like tall ones. They had a couple different floors. So her and I went to the top floor.
The penthouse.
To the penthouse.
Nice,
The play school penthouse. And so I'm like leaning up against, I'm like sitting there, and she sits between my legs, and I basically just put my hands down her pants and trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do with this vagina.
Right.
I'm like, there's a hole there. I think I've seen this in one of the porns I've seen. I just stick my finger in there, in and out.
Yeah,
I think that's how it works. Yeah. She'll love it.
Yeah, of course she will.
So in the meantime, my buddy and my cousin are at the ground level with the peasants, right? Penthouse
in the lobby.
Peasants, hanging out in the lobby. And so this is going on. I don't even know how long. I don't know. Let's say maybe 5-10 minutes, something like that. And then it's finally like, okay, like that's enough, right?
You've been fingered.
Yeah. Bam, boom.
Boom, boom.
Yep. And so then everyone, like, we go to bed, right? The next morning.
Wait a minute. You fingered her for the first time and then just went to bed?
Well, no. I mean, I'm just fast forwarding the story.
Okay.
Like afterwards, we still kind of hung out for a little while, and then like it's like getting late, right? So like she's got to go home, and it's like we should also go to bed. I had to go to Cedar Point with my friend and his family the next day, and he lived like a handful of streets over. So I get up, I get dressed, pack my bag, and I fucking skateboard over to his house. And as we're about to leave, I'm like, fuck, I forgot my swim trunks. Like, I need to go into like Splash Mountain or whatever.
Snake River Falls.
Well, whatever. Yeah, I need swim trunks. I'm like, shit. I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna skate home, grab my trunks, and then I'll be right back. So I skate home, I run up and I grab my trunks, and I'm like, hey mom, it's just me, like grab my trunks, I'll see you later. And then she's like, hold on a second. And I was like, oh, what? And she's like, I was like, hurry up, I gotta go, they're waiting for me. And she's like, anything you want to tell me?
Oh, that's always a fucking rife question.
Yeah, and I go,
nope.
No, nothing I can think of.
Yep.
And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, listen, I have to go, And she's like, well, it's probably better if you just call your friend and tell him that you're not going. I'm like, for what? She's like,
shit.
Your cousin told me what happened last night. And I'm like, that fucking bitch.
About the fingering?
About the fingering.
Told your mom?
Told my mom.
Who does that? How does that even organically come up in conversation?
I don't
So guess
even
who was
know.
fingering people yesterday?
Yeah.
Your son. Like, gross.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know.
fuck?
If I was 13, she was like 11, but still, like, I would never bring that up to, like,
No.
any adults what I just witnessed.
No.
You
And
know-
in response, did you murder her? Because I would probably stab
No.
somebody for telling my mom I fingered someone.
It turned out worse.
Uh-oh.
She's vegan and does yoga.
Ugh,
Yeah,
gross.
so I didn't have to murder her. She
She's
made her own
murdering
fate.
herself.
Yeah.
Fucking awful.
So
Guess who Tony was fingering? Like, what a bitch.
I know.
Oh
I
my
wish
God.
I
Just
should.
putting your fingerings on Front Street.
I know. I wish. I don't even know if she even lives in Ohio anymore. But I should bring that up one day.
So can a parent get mad at you for fingering someone?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead because
Well-
it's such a great story. I'm so excited to see where it goes.
I mean, getting mad, maybe. I don't know.
Like, okay, I'll let this go.
So, all right,
you
so,
go. Yeah.
So, and my mom's like, your cousin told me what happened last night. Boom, right? Stomach drops. Like, she knows about the fingering.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, no. And I was like, she told you? And she's like, yep. So call your friends, tell them you're not going to Cedar Point. You can go upstairs and wait for your dad to get home. Fuck.
Yeah, that's never good.
So I call my friend. I'm like, hey, I can't go to Cedar Point. He's like, why? And I'm like, I can't say this over the phone. I'll have to tell you later.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs and I'm like pacing around my room. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get my ass kicked as soon as my dad gets home. What was I thinking? That was so stupid. I was under pressure. My dad finally gets home.
High-fived you.
He knocks on the door and he comes in and I was like, hey. He's like, hey. He's like, you know what I'm here for, right? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you know what you did was wrong, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, listen. I was like, I'm sorry. And I kind of went the same thing. I was like, I know it was stupid. I just didn't know what to do. It was a dare, Dad. Like, what was I supposed to do? It was a dare.
Yeah, you had to step
Yeah,
up.
I had to
You need
finger
your
her.
street cred.
Yeah, because if I didn't finger her, then like, I wouldn't be made fun of at school.
What a homo.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know how to finger anybody.
So, and then my dad's like, listen, he's like, I'm not mad about this, you know.
I'm just disappointed
no, it wasn't even
that
that.
your mom found out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much because inside he's giving you a high five.
Yeah. And he's like, listen, he's like, I'm not mad. He's like, but you got to understand, like, you can't just like jump into these things, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know, listen, I'm sorry. I won't do it again to her.
Exactly. Right.
And so I'm like, okay. So my dad's like, all right, you know, come downstairs. And I'm like, all right, listen, Mom, like, I'm sorry for what I did. And she's like, okay, good. I'm glad that you said you're sorry. Now we're going to go across the
This
street.
is so fucking awkward.
Oh, yeah.
For me.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way.
Oh,
That
listen.
You had a conversation with your mom where you apologized for fingering someone.
Yeah. But listen, as soon as I apologize,
fuck?
and she goes, well, you know, like, thanks for apologizing. Put your shoes on. We're going across the street. And you're going to apologize to her parents.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck?
Did this actually happen?
I swear to God.
You had to. I'm sorry, I fingered your daughter.
And both of her parents were cops.
Stop it.
Yeah, good thing I wasn't black.
Oh my God.
No, yeah. So I'm like, wait a second.
I can't believe you're not gay. I can't believe you didn't switch to men. Like, I probably would have switched to men. I was just like, the first person I fingered, I had to go talk to their cop parents and
Yeah.
say, I'm sorry I put my fingers in your daughter.
Yeah.
But no worries, officers, because it's cock for me
Yeah.
from now on.
From this point forward,
It's
I learned my
straight
lesson.
cock, yep.
Only jerking off cocks.
Just, yep.
I'm actually going to get a job at an Asian rub and tug, and I'm just
Yep.
going to jerk
I'm
off
going to be the
dudes.
receipt guy.
Yeah.
And it writes receipts for imbeciles.
So I'm like, no. Like, I can't go over there and apologize. She's like, you're going to go over there and apologize. I'm like, can't I just commit suicide
Or yeah,
instead?
write them a
Can
letter.
I just set myself on
Yes,
fire?
anything.
Yeah. I'm like, how about you just type out a letter and I'll sign it? Like, this is ridiculous.
Was the girl there for the apology too?
Oh, we're getting to
I'm
that
so
point.
fucking excited. This is so awkward.
Yeah. So, throw on my sneaks and we walk across the street. And
You and both of your parents?
both my parents. Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
The three of us are walking across the street. And in fact, I think my little sister had to be about I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. So they're also carrying like a little toddler with them at the same time.
Sure.
So we go over there, right, knock on the door, and we walk in, and the girl I fingered is sitting on the living room floor.
Fucking almost spit out my drink. And the girl I fingered.
Yeah, and so her parents are sitting on the couch. I'm like, fuck, I guess I'll just sit down here on the floor next to her. And
As a sign of like solidarity.
Yeah.
Like, we're in this together.
Yeah, we're in this together.
I'm a
like,
gentleman.
We're down here.
Yeah.
You guys are up there, right? And it basically was just kind of like, okay, so you two know what you did was wrong, right? Like, don't do that ever again, right? I'm like, listen, we're both sorry. Oh yeah, I listened, and by the end of it, I had to like, and there was also while they're saying things, we're 13, and then they say the word finger, and we both start laughing,
Of
right?
course.
And it's like, shut up.
It's such a funny word.
Yeah, and we're like,
She's ripe for a fingering.
Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
and so basically by the end of it, I had to stand up and shake her dad's hand, like apologizing, like, really sorry about this again. It's a whole fucking thing. And
Tell
I'm
me
just
you
like,
smelled your fingers right after.
oh, I should have rubbed my fingers across his nose,
Yeah, dude.
shake his hands, be like,
And
boom,
just-
what's that
or
smell
just,
like?
Just been like, I apologize, officer, and then just be like,
Smell his hand and then smell her,
Oh
then smell
my
my
God,
fingers
yeah.
after and be like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I get it now.
noise.
So, yeah, that was the first time I ever fingered a girl. Now, here,
Holy shit.
yeah,
Have you fingered anybody ever since? Or did you just give up on fingering after that? Because
No,
I probably
I-
would have hung it up.
I told you I've been working at the Asian Rub and Tug
Oh,
for the
that's
last.
right.
So
I
now,
don't think I would ever finger anyone again.
you think it would be pretty scarring,
Yeah.
but then I was just really into fingering chicks from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I hope her
Yeah,
parents
fingering's-
catch us.
fingering's
No, just kidding.
Pretty cool.
I'm like, I meet a girl. I'm like, hey, your parents cops?
Yeah.
She's like, no. I'm like, never mind.
Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Susie.
Yeah. Boner gone.
Yeah, I was hard for a second, but
Yeah.
it's gone.
That is so fucking awkward.
Yeah, so here's the deal. That happened about 25 years ago. And I've told that story many times. And it wasn't until just like last weekend that I just told the story again. And it fucking hit me that why did my parents make me go over there across the street? Right? And like, I know that
This
we
is a
just kind of
great
just,
question.
like, we just discussed this, right? It never occurred to me. I told the story, everybody laughs, man, that's fucked up. Like, just like how you did. But it, like, why wouldn't you just be like, all right, listen, you're grounded for 2 weeks, no Nintendo
For
or
fingering.
Yeah,
By the
or-
way, this is so outrageous.
yeah, whatever. What in their fucking minds would they be like, we should probably tell their parents
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, go look them in the eyes and tell them that you had fingers inserted in their daughter and that you're sorry,
Yeah.
which you're not at all.
No, not even once.
I'm really sorry I fingered your daughter. No, nobody's ever been sorry they fingered. I mean, maybe Bill Cosby, but I mean, he went to fucking jail for it.
Yeah.
But
He's serving his time.
yeah,
So, after having that epiphany of like, I'm like, why did they make me do that?
did you ever ask him?
No. So here's the fun part. I'm planning on calling my mom.
I just met your mom.
You did.
I did.
I'm planning on calling her live
And ask her.
and asking her.
Do you think she's gonna remember? First of all, of course she's gonna remember.
She
this.
has to remember.
Yeah, that would be so offensive if she didn't.
Yeah,
if she
like,
was like, no, I forgot.
I'm appalled.
I've never even heard this story.
You don't even remember me fingering the girl for her first time?
No, I mean, if you were like, do you remember this? And she's like, no, I have no recollection. And you're like, you have no recollection of grabbing my 3-year-old sister and dad and walking us across the street so I can apologize to cops for fingering their daughter. Like, that's such a memorable moment.
Well, and here's the thing too is
I would
that
hope.
yeah, and here's the deal is that my mom had me at 19, so she had to be like 32, right? So
Yeah.
that's like still early 30s,
Yeah.
right? Like, and having to, I mean, if I was 32, and I asked this to Jess also because she just turned 33 a few weeks ago. That's when you met my mom.
Yep, correct.
Uh,
That was super fun, by the way.
yeah, it was super fun. I'm like, would you have done this if you had a child that fingered the girl across the street? She's like, fucking absolutely not. She's like, that's fucking scarring. She's like, that's ridiculous. She's like, I'm surprised that you're not super fucked up over it, or like treat women like shit, or some weird fucking kink or whatever the fuck.
You're kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, we're all a little fucked up. We all have our own kinks, but fingering chicks that with comp parents is not a kink of mine. At least not anymore.
Yeah, neither.
That ended at
dropped it at 14.
14, yeah.
You're like, I'm over it.
Yeah, this is not as cool as I thought it was. Yeah.
I used to like to finger, daughters of cops. I'm just not into it anymore.
So here's what I do. Let's take a quick shot. Well, I mean, I guess you might just sip one. I'm gonna do a little shot here.
Out of your tits shot glass.
Yeah, the titty shot glass.
I love it.
And the butts.
Big ass nips.
Yeah. So, cheers. Okay.
And we're calling Ma.
We're calling Ma.
I did Ma live. This is our first time reaching out live.
Reaching out live. Yeah. And this is what, episode 4?
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making moves here.
Yeah, we really are.
And here's the deal. Like, I gave her a call earlier and just saying, like, hey, are you going to be available later? I just want to make sure that, like, she's cool. And she's like, yeah, I'll be dicking around the house. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Dave and I are recording tonight. I'm going to give you a quick call. I want to ask you something about my childhood. So that's, like, all she knows.
Okay.
So.
Love this.
Let's give this a go.
Surprise, Ma.
I'm so excited for this.
Sounds amazing already.
Hello.
Hey, Ma. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're on the podcast. If you remember that tall, handsome Jew that you met at Jess's birthday, Dave.
Hi, hola.
Hey, Ma.
How's it going? What are you doing?
I'm working getting some stuff done in the food truck. I have an event tomorrow.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
exciting. So listen, I wanted to ask you a quick question. I just told a story from my childhood in Fairview when I got in trouble, and something occurred to me that it's just a strange thought of what the process was between like you and Dad. So you remember when we were living on 227 in Fairview, like the few houses down from the Burger King?
Yep.
And Amber lived across the street.
Yep.
And
I know where this is going.
Yep, you do.
Yes.
So you remember where there was that time where I touched her lady bits, and my cousin told on
You were
me.
playing Truth or Dare.
Yep. See?
Correct.
See? All right. Look at that.
Yep,
Facts.
you just told this story.
Yep. We were playing Truth or Dare, and I got dared into doing so. And then I was supposed to go with Mike and his family to Cedar Point, and I had to come home to get my swim trunks, and that's when you got me
Yep.
because of the tattletale cousin.
Yep.
So, and then I explained, when Dad got home, and being yelled at, and then coming downstairs from my room, and then you're like, great, now put on your shoes, and we're going to go across the street and apologize to our parents. You remember that?
Yeah. I do, and her mom was a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
See,
We talked about that, too.
Yep. All right. See, facts are still there. Thank you. So, this whole story is it's crazy ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's awkward, especially a teenager. The first time doing those sorts of things, and it's getting caught for it, apparently. I told this story about a week or so ago, which I've done many times. Everyone gets a good laugh and so out of it. My question is, what was the thought process between you and Dad after yelling at me about this? Like, whose idea was it to be like, we should go across the street and tell her parents?
Mine.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Like, couldn't you have just like been like, you're grounded for 2 weeks and like no Nintendo?
Well, you were grounded.
I know, but why did we have to tell them? They weren't any the smarter.
Yeah, this sounds like the most awkward.
But you never did it
interaction.
again, and it taught you respect for the ladies.
You're not wrong, Mom.
That's the reason why I did that to you. Because one, I knew it was just a kid's game. I did it myself. I never got caught. You did.
So you got dared to be fingered and then didn't get caught?
Oh no, I didn't know about the finger, so you just told on yourself.
You didn't know.
No,
what did you think he was apologizing
okay.
for?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was for. That's what I thought you picked up. I was trying to be nice and saying touching her lady bits.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was just her breast, so you're lucky you're too old to be grounded.
Nice.
But no, it was me
So-
because I thought it was disrespectful because it was you and Blake, but I knew it was just a kid's game, but I wanted to teach you, you know what I'm saying, that I wanted you to be respectful because I didn't want her to have a bad reputation because she was already a troubled young lady.
Yeah, which she
So-
ended up having like multiple kids at like 16,
So
17,
she played
18.
a lot of truth or dare. But besides that, I was trying to teach you respect.
Which
so
you
it really
did.
wasn't that. And you never played again that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I
That's
definitely.
correct. He's also never fingered a person since then.
Yep.
I don't know about that, but regardless, that's what that was mainly about. It was I wanted to make sure that that it was okay. I guess at that time, because you got caught, but I wanted to make sure that you were respectful.
Well, he didn't
that
get
you knew the
caught. He got
difference.
told on.
That's true.
Yeah, you didn't get caught.
Yeah, you didn't catch us doing it.
Which
Well,
would have been
okay,
even more
true,
awkward.
right.
So the moral of the story is, if you're gonna finger a girl across the street, don't have your cousin around.
Correct. Your cousin.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
That was the
my
dumbest
cousin.
thing you did.
Huh?
Yeah, that was pretty dumb.
Yeah, that was stupid. What was a dare, Mom? What was I supposed to do? If I didn't do the dare, I'd lose all my street cred at
Yeah.
school.
That is going to look weak.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah. I know you had that high reputation to deal with. I get it. But
I became top of my class because I did that.
First of all, Ma,
Yeah.
I want to let you know that I
you,
respect the move to have him walk across the street and eat a little humble pie in front of these two cops. It's awesome.
It's-
I wish you could have seen his face though, because he never looked up, and I kept saying, "You better pick your face up right
yeah.
now before I give you a reason to put your face to the floor."
I love it.
Yeah,
and he
she's not.
looked her dead in her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Needless to say, she snuck out the window the next day. But regardless, the mother had a lot of respect for him. In fact, the dad even shook Tony's hand. I think a little tighter than he should have.
Oh yeah. Well, he was trying to make sure to prove a point and not do that ever again, which I
But you were
didn't.
still allowed to hang out with her, because after that, as adults, we all looked at it like, okay, been there, done that, except
Right.
for the finger part. But
Yeah, because
and getting
adults don't
caught.
finger each other.
Right.
yeah,
We're
right.
grown-ups.
But you were
But
like,
they respected you.
yeah, that's true. But you're also like, you were like 32, like you were in your early 30s, and I understand. And I'm not saying you weren't wrong for doing it, because you've made me the man that I am today. But it's just so wild to think about, as in your early 30s, you're kind of like, do we have to really tell them?
Like, did you have a conversation with Tony's dad about
Sal.
like the plan? Like, did
Oh,
you and
well,
Sal
yeah,
like
I had called him
talk this
at
through?
work. Yes, back then you didn't have cell phones, so
Oh,
I had
yeah.
to call his job.
Walk me
And
through
the
that
office
process.
goes down.
I
Yeah.
want to hear this.
Well, yeah,
phone
walk
call.
us through that process.
So when Brittany told me about it, before I even confronted Tony and Blake Luskin,
Oh, dropping names.
First and
Oh yeah.
last.
I called his father and explained the situation to him, and I said, I think we should go over there and have him go over there for punishment and apologize, and also be respectful. At least I want the young lady to be respectful. He's like, yep, no problem. I'll get him when I get home.
Now, when
Yeah.
you say you called Sal and explained the situation, can you walk me through what that sounded like? Like, did you just call Sal and be like, well, Tony's been fingering?
When I got him on the phone, back then you didn't have cell phones, so you had to call the office. He had to come off the machine and come to the office. So
Oh,
he was
yeah.
already pissed off.
My goddamn wife's
love
calling
this
me in the middle
so
of my
much.
job.
Right.
So I explained it to him what had happened and what they were doing, and as soon as he got home, he got it from me and he got it from, from his dad.
And
We
also
didn't
got
have
it
the
from the
convenience
girl
of being
across
able
the street.
Mm-hmm.
to
What?
text message. He had to leave, shut up his machine so if they're losing money, and walk to the office. And then the ladies in the office can hear Sal responding to, he did what? He did what?
He fingered whom?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Because Tony was always considered the golden child.
Yeah. Still am.
Of course.
Firstborn baby.
Some minor
right.
infractions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I just needed to hear your side of things, because like it's funny, like just in my early 30s, I just would, if that was my kid, and I don't know if this is a man versus woman thought process, but I would never be like, we're going to take him over there to apologize and be like,
No.
the parents don't know. You understand what you did was wrong? Okay, good. Don't do it again. Otherwise, then we set you on fire or something.
With that being said, our world's a little bit different today. And if more parents would do that, like,
Yeah.
different world today, but I think I'm not saying that it would be a bad parent not to acknowledge it or face it up, but I think that you would have thought it was okay.
No,
I knew it was a game,
Yeah, and no, listen, and I understand what you did, and like I said, you made me the boy that I am today, and
And you're a great boy.
yeah, the best boy, and I'm
And
sure
you love your mom.
absolutely,
Yeah, your mom's great.
and I'm sure that they respected you guys for being like, well, thank you for telling us, you know.
But how awkward was that conversation where they're like, thank you so much for marching him over
This is a great point.
to admit to fingering my daughter.
What was the conversation that you had with them?
So I knocked on her door because, again, I don't even think I had her phone number. I knocked on her door, and of course, being such close neighbors, she knew who we were.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, do you have a second?" And I walked in, and we started explaining that she had snuck out of the house, which they didn't know about. She climbed out her window, and that she had come over to the house, and that you guys were playing Truth or Dare, and that Tony did this and Tony did that. And she asked me how I knew about it, and I said because he allowed his cousin to be in the mix of all that, and she ratted him out.
Got a
And
bunch of
mind
dirty
you,
rats in
she
this
had to
family.
be down there too while everybody was talking about this. Her mom went up and got her.
She would say that again?
Her mother called her down from her bedroom.
Oh.
So she was on one side of the couch and you were on the other, and neither one of you even looked at each other.
Yeah, I know. I remember sitting down right next to her. I'm like, this sucks.
It was pretty embarrassing. I was laughing so hard inside.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet. And
Listen,
ever
you're
since
cracking
that
up
day,
now.
she never let me do it ever again.
Yeah.
Well, probably because she figured you'd kiss and tell again.
Well, it's just a bunch of rats in the family.
I heard she has a bunch of kids anyway. She's probably
Yeah.
gonna get fingered by every
Who
Tom,
plays
Dick, and
Truth
Harry.
and Dare with their little cousin, first of all?
Well, it
That's a
wasn't
whole nother
my
story.
idea. Well, the thing was, like, we were going to do, like, it was, like, dumb stuff at first. It was like, all right, like, go knock on the neighbor's door and then run back.
Pull out your
Like,
butt cheeks.
it wasn't even that far. It was just, like, dumb stuff. And then somehow it got turned into, like, all right, well, why don't you guys kiss? And then one thing led to another, and I got dared to do that. And, you know, we went up into the penthouse suite up in the play school thing in the
Were
backyard.
they watching you guys?
No, they were.
That
no,
was also my first question, Ma.
No. They were down like in the yard somewhere. Her and I were up in the playhouse penthouse suite up at the top floor.
So you really didn't have to do it and said you did it if you had no witnesses.
No, I can't do that.
You
That's
can't bring
ridiculous.
witnesses to finger someone. You can't be like, hey, I'm going to finger this broad and you need to be here.
Yeah. No, I also
What
am
was
not
he
going to be like.
what
I'm
was
also not.
Blake gonna do? Ask you to sniff your finger?
Also, my follow-up question.
I don't know if he did or not. That was a long time ago. Maybe.
So he wouldn't have known either way.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Mom,
but you
but
can't
listen,
do
you
that.
you didn't raise me to be a liar,
Yeah,
okay?
or a
not
quitter.
now, not ever.
Never. We go hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
He was actually representing you as part of the family by going
As
through
he
with
was
the finger.
fingering the girl across the street.
Yeah, that was for you.
I'm not seeing the connection there.
Listen, if he didn't finger her, then they would have felt like you were a weak mom.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that one.
I'm going to go with it.
She's the strongest woman I've ever met. All right, well, thanks for participating, Mom.
Okay.
Real quick, so you have a thing going on this weekend, right?
Yes, we're gonna be over at Geneva on the Lake at one of the wineries out there.
Nice.
That's a 3-day weekend.
Ooh, okay. Ma's Kitchen Cupboard, 3-day weekend out in Geneva on the lake. Okay. Well, love you lots.
Get it, Ma.
Okay, love you too. Hey, let me know whenever you decide to tell the story about the getting arrested for knocking over garbage cans, the pantyhose, and
Pantyhose.
That's another story. Those are two separate
Yeah.
stories.
Oh, shit.
Listen, I was an active child. So what? Did you have another one? So trash cans, pantyhose, and what else? I'll write these
and
down.
when all you city boys, we moved to the country. Do you remember you thought that the junkyard?
The junkyard? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No spoiler alerts. I'll write these
I won't.
down as ideas. So
Yeah.
trash cans, junkyard, pantyhose. Okay. I'll write those down so I don't forget.
All right, love ya.
All right. Love you too. Thanks.
Bye, Ma.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Your mom's awesome.
Well, that was fucking
Your mom
fun.
is fucking awesome.
That was so good. And she took that
a
like
champ.
she reacted so well.
So perfect. Yeah.
That was so good.
I thought it was going to be like dismay and horror, but she just fucking rolled with those punches, brother.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. I thought that she was gonna be a little reserved
Yeah,
on it, like
trepidatious, yeah.
yeah, and also
She jumped fucking 2 feet right into it.
Yeah, all I had to say was I remember when the girl lived across the street. She goes, "I know where you're going with this."
You're like, do you remember we lived 3 houses away from a Burger King? And she's like, oh, when you fingered that girl?
Basically.
She was just like, oh, fuck yeah, I remember this. I love that.
Yeah, she's a real trooper. I am so happy and so proud that she fucking actually just like reacted the way she did. That was so great.
Yeah, that's amazing. I don't have a good story like that about fingering, but I do have a fun story about my mom coming to my rescue. This was, I had been I went to Bay Village High School, and when I was a senior, I had a study hall backed up right to my lunch. So I figured out that I could scam the system, and that if I didn't go to that study hall for the first 3 days, I got detention every day for not going. And then they just assumed I was not in the class.
Okay.
So I got a double lunch break, which meant I had enough time to go to Little Caesars and get stoned
Nice.
at lunch, which was awesome. And I did that fucking all year long. Like the whole fucking year, I just had an extra lunch break. So they sent a pass to me from like the principal's office because they assumed I was guilty of doing something else at school. And when they sent it to the fucking study hall monitor, he's like, never heard of him. That dude has never been here before.
Oh, jeez.
So they find out that I have skipped 140 study halls.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the principal calls me into the office with the fucking vice principal, who's a dick. And they're like, yeah, we busted you. You have not been in this study hall at all, and we're going to expel you. And I'm like, you're going to expel me in my senior year because I didn't go to a study hall.
Which is not actual classes.
Not
there's
class,
no homework.
just-
There's no
it's-
test. There's
it's-
no grade.
It's 40 minutes of silence.
Yes.
And I'm like, you're going to, I go, do you think that's wise? And they go, listen, if you're going to give us pushback, we're going to call your mom. And I'm like, I would fucking love that.
Yes.
Go ahead, call her.
Please do.
And they're like, we're not bullshitting you. We're going to call your mom. And I'm like, you should. Call her right now.
I'm calling your bluff, motherfucker.
Yep. And they're like, oh, yeah, you think that's going to go well? And I'm like, do you think it's going to go well? You lost me for 40 minutes a day for 10 months. Okay?
This feels like
I could have gotten kidnapped. I could have been raped. I could have gotten murdered. And you're going to call my mom and admit to her that you lost her 6'2", 275-pound son for 40 minutes a day
for half a year.
for half of a fucking year.
This sounds like a fucking 90s movie where like the kid does get in trouble and it's like, well, if you're going to tell me, then this is technically your fault. You were supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
watching me.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I did.
And then the adult's like, fuck.
Yeah, and they're like, fine, fuck you, we're calling your mom. And I'm like, good. They call my mom. She loses her fucking mind. She walks up to the high school because we live like a mile away. She brings our dog. I see my mom walking through the hallway at high school with our dog, and she has no idea what's going on. They have not told her what I'm in trouble for. They've only told her that I possibly am going to be expelled. And she walks in and she's like, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, I'm not saying a goddamn word. Not one. Let them explain it to you.
Yeah, you're my lawyer.
Yep. And the principal is like nodding at the vice principal, like, oh, we got this motherfucker. And they tell this whole story. So he was supposed to be in a study hall and he wasn't. And we just found out he skipped study hall once a day for the entire school year. And we're going to expel him. And my mom's like, let me get this straight. And as soon as she said that, I was like, you guys are so fucked right now.
You guys are in so much trouble.
I'm playing with my dog, just having a time. My mom's like, David, fucking stop playing with the goddamn
At
dog.
least pretend like you're.
Yeah, like I'm terrified.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me get this straight. You lost my son for 40 minutes a day, every day. And they're like, I suppose that's correct. And she's like, I also pay a lot of money for him to go here in taxes in Bay Village, which is outrageous. And she's like, just so we're all on the same page. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so fucked. And she's like, you know that he could have been kidnapped? And I'm like, 1.
Yes.
She's like, he could have been raped. And I'm like, 2.
2.
And she's like, he could have been fucking murdered. And I'm just like, boom,
3.
3 assholes.
Drop the mic.
By the way. told you this, you idiots. And she's like, what the
fucking listen to me.
She's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Isn't your job to know where my son, I drop him off here, and then he's supposed to be in school all day. You don't know where he's been or what he's been doing for 40 minutes. Do you have any idea how much trouble he can get in 40 minutes? And I'm like, so much trouble. And she's like, shut the fuck up, David. We're not celebrating you. You're an asshole. But these guys are fucking incompetent. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. It was awesome.
That is
so fucking
good.
Yeah. It was like, my mom's great. Your mom's great. My mom is fucking awesome. She and myself are so alike. And it was just synchronicity. Like, when I was like, I could get kidnapped, I get raped, I get murdered. And then she showed up and she's like, what if he got kidnapped, raped, or murdered? And I'm like, oh my God, you fucking idiots don't know how much I know my mom.
Yeah.
Like, this is exactly where her brain is going. You fucking dipshits.
Oh, that's so good.
It was fabulous. She's the best mom.
Dude, my mom is that same way when it came to me as like a fucking kid. We'll dive into those other stories. Like, I'm going to jot stuff down, but same fucking shit. When it came to being like at the school, same fucking shit. And I'll give you a quick one, because I do want to jump into this next event. In like 7th grade, 8th grade, about the same time that I figured that girl, my mom decided to surprise me and my buddies at lunchtime with McDonald's. Mm-hmm. And again, my mom had me at 19. She always looked really young. You know, she's one of like the hot moms. And
she's still a hot mom. Yeah. I saw her. She's fucking looking good.
Mm-hmm. And so she shows up, and there's like 5 or 6 of us at the lunch table, and she brings us to McDonald's. We're all like smashing food. And my one buddy, Anthony, he's kind of more the goofy one, just doing shit with his food. And like he would mix mustard and mayo as like a fancy sauce. I'm doing that in quotations. Uh-huh. You're 7th grade, whatever, right? Yeah. But like the pretzels that came with lunch, he was like,
so it's like a Dijonnaise.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then he's mixing his like hard pretzels, dunking them in there and eating them. Well, the lunch lady came around and it's like, you're fucking making a mess here. What the hell are you doing? And like grabs the tray and tries like pulling it as he's like holding it. And my mom's like, it's fine. I got it. Like, I'll watch him. Don't worry about it. And she goes, and who the hell do you think you are, young lady? And she goes, I'm Tony's mom. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? She's like, I'm Tony's mother. I just brought them lunch. Mm-hmm. I'm here hanging out during their lunch period, and then I'm fucking off. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, yeah, you should be sorry. Actually, and after lunch is over, it would be nice to have a little meeting with you and the principal. And same fucking shit, man. Just go to like,
awesome.
Had to call her out, had to have a little sit down. And of course, that lady apologized to my mom like 1,000 times. I had no idea, blah, 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 blah. But same fucking shit. As young boys, our moms were on our side.
I did the dumbest thing in high school, and this is what they sent the pass to me for. In that story where they sent a pass to study hall because they thought I was guilty of something in school, and they were right. I did something so fucked up in high school. So I was on the yearbook committee, which meant that my job was a typist. Like, people would submit like poems or short stories, and it would all get put into the yearbook, and they would all send it over on a piece of paper, and I was the guy that had to type all of it out, so it would make, copy. And I've been working for hours after school one day, and this poem came across my desk, and it was so fucking gay. Like, it was this chick, and it was called Only You, and it started with the words Only You and ended with the words Only You. And it was just super lame, like her little love story. I'd been going through so many of these. My brain was so bored. I just started adding stuff to people's poems and whatnot, and then I would delete it because it was just to make me laugh.
Yeah.
So this girl, oh my God, holy shit, I remember her name. She had the biggest tits at Bay Village High School. The biggest tits.
Did she wear like one of those like giant backpacks with like $1,000 in to like,
of course,
even herself out?
Oh, yeah, because she had like Koopa. Yeah. She had to.
Yeah, we had one of those too.
So this poem, Only You, blah, 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 all this sorrow broke my heart, love you so much, only you. And then I wrote ... and my big tits. And then I forgot to delete it.
Uh-oh.
And they did not edit shit. It got fucking printed in the goddamn only you and my big tits in the fucking yearbook.
How much trouble did you get in trouble for that?
Well, they didn't expel me. Okay, so this is
Well,
an
they
amazing
do
story.
better now.
Yeah, this is an amazing story. Also, so they ended up giving me. They basically said you're gonna have to do community service, and they made me work with the janitors over the summer,
Like
Bay Village High
mopping the
School.
gym and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Waxing the floors,
Yeah.
shit like that. And the janitors were fucking shocker alcoholics.
Oh yeah.
They chain smoking cigarettes, chugging beers in the janitor fucking basement.
Yep.
The first day I go there, there's this janitor Gene, and Gene's like 1,000-year-old Italian guy, and he's like, "All right, so community service, huh? So you're a punk?" And I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "Well, come with me down to the janitorial basement." And I'm like, "This is getting gross already." Like,
Are you Catholic?
yeah, am I gonna have to give Gene a fucking hand? Like, I don't know what's happening.
He'll give you a receipt. Don't worry.
Bro, he brought me down to that basement, and we just drank beers and smoked like 10 cigarettes together.
That's amazing.
It was fucking amazing. And then we're going through, so school had just let out for the summertime, so everybody's locker has all their bullshit in it. People leave lunches in there, notebooks, whatever. And our job was to clear out the lockers. So Gene is walking me down this hallway in high school.
Oh my gosh, please say it.
Smoking a cigarette while we're walking down, and he just opens up a locker and he goes, "Jesus Christ," flicks his cigarette in and closes the door and just keeps walking. And I'm like,
No way.
holy fuck, this is awesome. It was so fucking fun. I had to wax the floors, so we had that like floor waxing machine.
Yeah.
I rocked that thing for like an hour and 45 minutes. I made this hallway floor shine, brother. Like, I took it so seriously. I was just like, this is fucking perfect. And then this other janitor, Eddie, came up and he had these booties that he put over his shoes that were like for if there was like a spill, like
wouldn't make
blood or throw up or whatever, like CSI shit. Like
Yeah,
put
yeah.
your booties on. He ran and just slid through the hallway right where I had just waxed the floor and just left 2 footprints rocking straight through it and was like, "Fuck you, brother," and just walked away.
Re-wax it.
It was fucking amazing.
That's a boss move.
It was
That's cool.
so fucking
I mean,
fun.
I would have done the same thing. Like, oh, this little teenager is a little fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you're only with us because you got in trouble. So
Exactly. But it was so, like, I mean, I had like a month of that, and I think I went back to quote unquote work on my 5th week, and they were like, "You know, you don't have to come back. You're like, your time is up." And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's been so fun. Like, this
Yeah.
is the most fun summer I've ever had."
Can I just keep coming and doing this? Yeah, this is a blast.
My mom's like, "Dude, it's 8 o'clock. You better get your ass out of bed. You have to go to fucking community service." And I'm like, "Oh shit, you're right. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, Gene's gonna drink all the beers without me." Like, we're gonna chain smoke cigarettes and drink fucking 10 Bush Lights. This is gonna be awesome.
That sounds amazing.
It was the best punishment.
Man, I can't wait for future episodes to like get into like more childhood bullshit because apparently, according to my mom, there's 3 stories that I forgot about that she reminded me of that we'll throw down on another episode or 2.
Oh yeah, what was it? It was pantyhose, garbage cans,
trash cans, and junkyard.
and junkyard.
Those are the 3. Yeah, those are 3 separate stories, and I'll do like maybe 1 per episode somewhere in there, unless we're gonna do like a full episode of bullshit. Or at least half an episode of
No,
bullshit.
we should
kid
spread
stories.
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready for the next event?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so everybody's listening. Maybe you've seen it online. I thought it was such a funny, hysterical idea, and I think that Dave and I are very hysterical
We are.
fellas. But we're going to go ahead and do this bit where we are going to read each other 10 jokes, and these ones are going to be like clean, punny dad jokes, right? Ish.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be 10, but yeah.
I mean, we'll
run through a couple.
Yeah, let's run through. I mean, like I say that we can do the 10. I mean, we got a little bit of time, and then basically, if anybody laughs, you have to take the shot. So, if I tell the joke, Dave laughs, he takes a shot. If I laugh with him during it,
Also a
I'm
shot.
also going to be taking the shot with him. So, I'm going to also pour my shot in.
And what are you drinking?
Still some of that Husong tequila.
Bro, it's good.
It's delicious. Yeah, and if you decide you want to change up from the bourbon,
No.
it's okay.
Not
No,
yet.
I guess this is awkward. I'm just gonna put this back over here then. Okay. So do you want to do like a Rochambeau to see who goes first? Like a one,
No.
2, 3 shoot?
No.
No?
I'll go first.
Okay, I'm ready. Wait,
right.
hold on.
Get
Yeah,
your laughs out.
I had a lot of laughs like through the episode. I gotta. Gosh, I'm always so bad with these. Okay, go ahead. You go first.
All right. So I bought the world's shittiest thesaurus yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it terrible, it's also terrible.
That was pretty good.
I saw you cracking up, but all right.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a laugh. I was
No,
like, that was
no,
hold
that
on, yeah,
definitely doesn't count.
yeah, that
I
doesn't
laughed.
count. Like I was,
Fuck, I laughed.
yeah,
God damn
that
it.
counts as a laugh. Yeah,
Shot
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, that was you can kind of do one of those like as long as you can hold it in and like that's totally fine. But if you get any sort of chirp out of it or like that snort laugh, that still counts.
Deal.
Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
You just laughed.
Well, I'm already like laughing at this joke myself. Okay. So do you need an arc to save 2 of every animal? Because I know a guy.
I get it because his name is Noah.
Yeah, it's Noah's Ark.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
right.
Go ahead, your turn.
What time does a duck wake up in the morning?
I don't know.
At the ass quack of dawn. Yes.
Fuck. I was really trying to hold that one in. I just couldn't. Okay. Hold on, let me take this shot. Fuck. I know. I knew I was gonna be like bad at this.
Yeah, buddy. You're gonna be hammered.
These jokes get me every time.
I love clean jokes.
Yeah, me too. Okay, are you ready? I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy. Fantasy?
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Don't you want to Fanta?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
What should you do if you're attacked by a group of clowns?
I don't know.
Go straight for the juggler.
Oh, wow, that's actually a pretty good one.
It's also good advice.
Yeah, it is good advice. Yeah. I can hold my laugh in for that one. That is good. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
How does The Rock pee? He Dwayne's his Johnson.
Fuck. All right.
Yes.
Damn it.
Got him. You know what's funny is that like
I knew that also.
Oh, did
but
you?
It's just such a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't recollect, but yes.
yeah,
I've heard that before. It's good.
it's funny because like a bunch of these that I was writing down, I knew that one was much more childish humor. That you would fall more into that one than
Of course I would.
the other ones.
All
Okay.
right. Why did the tomato blush?
Why?
It saw the salad dressing.
That counts as a laugh.
Fuck.
You laughed at your own joke.
Fucking God, I'm gonna be hammered.
Damn, that was pretty good. I almost slipped up, but you fucking went first.
Yeah.
And I was able to hold it in from there.
This is all delivery, people. These jokes are not great, but it's all about how you fucking drop them.
All delivery. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
This one's
You're already laughing.
no. This one's pretty good. Because I was like, oh no, we're only 4 episodes in. Can we get canceled for this? Just kidding. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a gender neutral person who is lactose intolerant?
I don't know.
A non-bi-dairy.
Fuck, that's a good joke.
Yeah, sorry.
God damn
I
it.
knew that's going to get me as well.
Dude, that's fucking
Here,
really
cheers. Yeah,
fucking
we
good.
both. Yeah.
That is fucking great.
That was really good. I know.
Oh man, I don't even this isn't even one of my jokes, but in response to that joke, it was something about like, how does a ninja murder a trans person?
I don't know.
They slash them.
They slash them?
Them.
Oh, they slash them. Oh,
yeah,
I get
It's
it.
better in text.
Yeah.
Because it reads better. But yeah, but that's not my joke.
They slash them. Yeah,
They
okay.
slash them. Yeah, that's good. I just watched a documentary about how ships are held together.
Okay.
It was riveting.
I bet it was riveting.
Damn it, Tony.
Man, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's heady, you know? It makes you think.
Yeah. No. That was, yeah. Heady.
Yep.
Heady.
Headley.
Headley Lamar.
Headley.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right. Gotta get this out. Okay. What do you call a dog that can do magic?
Abracadabra. Dog?
A labracadabrador. Sorry.
You're drinking.
Yeah.
You're drinking. I'm not laughing about the joke. I'm laughing about you laughing about
A labracadabrador.
Abracadabrador. That's pretty fucking good.
I'm the worst at these. Fuck.
Yeah, we're going to be fucking ripped.
Well, that's why I waited until at least the end of the episode,
we should
so we
not have
weren't just
started this way. Right.
yeah, fucking.
Let's do 11 shots and then fucking record for an hour.
Yeah. Okay, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Why do hipsters always burn their mouths?
I feel like I've heard this before. Something about sipping coffee.
They were drinking coffee before it was cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that one. You laughed. Yeah,
It's a good joke.
I smiled
Fucking
during it.
hipsters.
Yeah, no, listen, that was a good joke. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What would the Jetsons be called if they were black?
Oh, the what?
The Jetsons. You know, remember Meet George Jetson? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I know.
So what would the
fucking
Jetsons be called if they were black?
Now, these are clean jokes, so my initial answer is incorrect.
Well, you give me whatever answer, or just we throw you the punchline. You ready? Or do you want to?
Do you want to know what? Well, I'm not allowed to say it on the radio.
Okay. All right. You're not allowed to say it on the radio. Here, I'm just gonna give you the punchline. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Jetsons. You fucking racist.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drink to that too.
Exactly.
Okay, you're up.
How do you make a tissue dance?
Oh, this is an oldie but a goodie.
You know the answer.
I do, and it's good. You put a little boogie in it.
Put a little boogie.
It's a great joke. It's a great joke.
Yeah.
It's the honorable mention.
Yeah. All right. I only have one more.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll both do one more back, and then I'm just gonna give you the rest of mine because I did 10.
Sure.
Okay.
Did I not do 10?
I don't know where we're at.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So you ready for mine?
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine got kidnapped by a group of mimes. They did unspeakable things to him. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. See, the smiling?
So-
Smiling's okay.
A grasshopper walks into a bar. Bartender says, "You know we have a drink named after you?" And the grasshopper goes, "Holy shit, I'll have a Murray." Fuck.
Oh, man. That counts.
Yeah. I'm drinking.
Oh, man, that took,
Bro.
dude,
Watching you fucking tensing up, like,
dude, that took,
Yeah. the whole eye contact thing
Yeah.
is so important
It
for
is.
these jokes, just to be like,
yep. Oh, that took.
I'll have a Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You have to stare someone down.
Oh,
for that shit.
100%. And you know what, too? I'm going to try to get things going maybe either next week or maybe week after, but we're starting
Video?
doing the video.
Bro.
Dude, punchlines to the camera.
I have the best game for us.
Okay. Save it.
Can I tell you what it is? Or do you want me to save that too?
No. Save it.
All right.
Yeah, I want it to be a full surprise when it happens.
We're going to need a third person. We're going to need...
That's fine. We get a guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or your wife.
Oh, yeah. We can bring her up too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. What's the difference between Pikachu and an orphan? At least someone chose Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have one more. It's not written down.
Okay.
What's the best way... Oh, my God. Tony, I fucking feel horrible about this already. What's the best way to get gum out of your hair?
I don't know.
Cancer. Just get the fuck out of here. How did you not laugh at that shit? Holy fuck.
All right, well, I'm laughing now. I was fine until...
Holy shit.
I was fine until you exploded.
Oh, bro.
Fuck.
What a good joke.
That was really good joke. That was really good.
Because we went like through duck jokes and dogs, and then I just went fucking straight cancer. Right? What a good joke, man.
Dude. Okay. All right. I gotta drink to that.
Yeah.
You do too.
All right. I'm also out of booze.
Oh.
How are we on time?
We got I don't know, about 10 to 15 minutes. So I think by the time we crash these jokes out, say our goodbyes, we'll be good to go.
Nice.
All right, so we gotta drink to this. Fuck.
Cancer,
I was doing
bro.
so good until you fucking exploded, and then I
so
couldn't help it, but I lost it.
Bro.
Good one.
Cancer. Holy shit. Such a fucking ridiculously, outrageously mean fucking joke.
I know.
Because everybody knows somebody who had cancer or has cancer, whatever.
Yeah, but even old sweet baby Mike Berry with his
Cheers to Mike
cancer.
Berry.
Cheers to Mike Berry.
Love you, miss you, brother.
Love you, bub. Even he would think that's fucking hysterical.
That would have been his favorite joke. Did I ever tell you my favorite Mike Berry story?
No. But hold on, before you get into that, let's finish these last couple of jokes.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little Berry bit, because I
Okay.
have something fun for two.
I'm out of jokes, so it's all on you.
Okay. I only have two more. So we're just gonna see if you or I laugh at either one of these. All right, you ready? Did you hear about the guy that dipped his balls in glitter?
It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, pretty nuts, right? Okay, fuck. Thank God I said that towards the end.
Yep.
All right, last one. I made a website for orphans, but it doesn't have a homepage.
But God damn it. Fuck. Bro, that's a great fucking joke.
Okay, you lost. That was my that was my last one.
That's a good joke.
Okay,
Orphan jokes are fucking hilarious,
dude,
by the way.
orphan jokes are hilarious. There's a lot of really good ones out there. I pulled these two, and I thought these were really great. There was yeah. All right, so we still have a little bit of time. What's you said you had Mike Berry?
Yeah. So Mike and I got like really, really close.
Do we need to have any sort of explanation on Mike?
No.
Okay, go on.
No. Mike was the most magnanimous, greatest person, and he had horrible stomach cancer and died. And Mike and I got like really close towards the end, where he was like not doing well, and I was going over to his house.
Wait! You've already told this. Where the cookie?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Different story.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, you've talked about this with like the cookie. Okay.
So he hadn't been eating because, fucking cancer. He never had an appetite, but he needed to eat. Your body needs fucking fuel to repair itself. So I was always like, dude, you have to eat, you have to eat, you have to eat. And he never had an appetite. So he called me one day, and I'm in Avon Lake, and he was like, hey, are you coming over today? And I was like, yeah, I'll be there in like an hour and a half. Why, what's up? And he was like, could you grab me something to eat? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome that you're hungry. Let me grab you. What do you want? And he's like, I want a cheesesteak from Mr. Hero. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. There's a Mr. Hero like right down the street from my house. And he goes, and I go, what? He's like, is it good? And I'm like, I don't understand the question.
The Detroit one.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know he's
is
talking
it
about
good?
the Detroit one. Yeah.
Oh, you wish that's what he was talking about. He's like, but is it good? I'm like, dude, it's a fucking Mr. Hero. No, it's never gonna be good. And he's like, yeah, but there's this one in Parma that's amazing. And I'm like, you want me to drive to fucking Parma?
From Avon Lake.
From Avon Lake. You want to go 20 minutes past Lakewood for Mr. fucking Hero.
He's got cancer. You have to.
He's like, I have cancer. You have to. And I'm like, God damn it.
That sounds like Mike. He would
All
say
right.
that too.
Of course. And I'm like, fine, I will do that. Do you want anything else? Do you want like waffle fries or cheese sauce, which is the only redeeming quality that a Mr. Hero has?
Oh, those cheese cups are so good.
They're so fucking good. I'm like, do you want this? And he's like, and I go, motherfucker. And he goes, have you ever been to Chick-fil-A? And I go, yeah, I've been to Chick-fil-A. And he goes,
who hasn't?
Their fries are so much better. And I'm like, let me get this straight. You want me to drive 48 minutes to Parma to get you a sandwich from Mr. Hero, then go to a fucking Chick-fil-A to get you French fries?
I have cancer. You have to.
I have cancer. You have to. I'm like, motherfucker. Fine. So I drive my ass all the way to fucking Parma. I get him his sandwich. I stop at a Chick-fil-A, grab his fucking fries, show up at his house. He's laying on his couch, super weak. I mean, this was like round after round of chemo. He's not doing well. And I go over and he's like, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Like, you're the best friend in the whole world. Thank you. I'm going to enjoy this so much. And I hand him his sandwich. He puts it on his chest while he's sitting there on the couch. And then he falls asleep. Fucking falls asleep. With this $15 Mr. Hero sandwich on his mother cunting chest. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. And I'm like, do I put it in the refrigerator? I didn't. I fucking rifled it right into the trash can. Fuck you, Mike Berry. Like, fuck you for making me run around for a goddamn hour to get you this shit, and you don't even. You're just gonna fall asleep.
You didn't even let him like wake up to it and eat it.
He was gonna sleep there for 8 hours. You can't eat fucking Mr. Hero.
You can
after,
eat Mr. Howard's.
Of course, Mr. Howard's.
Mr. Howard's. I know. Yeah. It's all those tequila shots that are all kicking
you
in now.
absolutely can, but that was my civil disobedience. I was like, fuck you, and just threw it right in the trash can.
Was it a dirty trash can? Do you think that you pulled it
It
out?
was so dirty.
Did you wrap it up?
It was already wrapped.
So he probably pulled that out. I mean, I would.
Oh.
I mean, if I woke up.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, like.
I invested $30 and 49 minutes of my time one way.
Yeah, if you were to throw the food that you brought for
fall
me.
asleep with my sandwich, not yours, my fucking sandwich on your chest, you're just gonna fall asleep and let it die and rude.
And listen, Mr. Heroes is definitely delicious.
It's the taste
like,
you crave. It's
yeah,
so fucking ridiculous.
but like right off the rip too, especially when you could squeeze that cheesesteak and you see that cheese oozing out of it.
The Whiz?
Yeah.
Dude. The Whiz is a fucking real thing.
They're not using the Whiz.
Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero
is not used. What do you
not
think?
Not on their sandwiches.
What do you think that yellow cup is? Oh,
that's the cheese. Yeah, that's the Whiz. I'm talking about the cheese on the sandwich. It's probably like a provolone or mozzarella.
I love that you're like, that's the cheese.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
about the
like
cheese?
in 1950s, like,
hey,
have you seen these kids dancing? That's the cheese.
Look at these guys. They're the cheese.
Yeah, it's like the bee's knees. Yeah, that's the cheese. See?
See? Look at that boy's knees move. He's the cheese.
That's hilarious. I mean, yeah, if I was Mike, I would have just got up and be like, oh, it's still wrapped. I'm just gonna pull it out of the trash and eat it.
Asshole. I was so internally angry.
You know, it's really funny is that just over the weekend when we were out camping, I had like a playlist going and like, you know, hanging out, listening to music, and the song "Real Big Fish," "Everyone Else Is an Asshole," right?
I know exactly where this is going.
Yes, and
Everyone else has an asshole.
right,
Of course.
yeah, because I mean, those of you that don't know, to get this joke, with his cancer, he went through chemo.
And his butthole sewed up.
Yeah, basically didn't have a butthole anymore. So every time that song would come on, he would sing, "Everyone else has an asshole."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was like hysterical. I'm like, still like,
Dude, Mike
you
was
know
the
that you're
best.
fucking, you got cancer, you've got through it like twice, I think, right? It was like the
Right.
third time that he finally was
Yep.
like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah. He knew.
What a true fucking champ, just to even get through that far. But still, to make that fucking joke like, well, my butthole's been sewed up. The song is great. Everyone else has an asshole.
That's why, one of the many reasons why he was great. Because he, like, understood what was happening, and he took it with grace. He was, like, so friendly about it, understood it. He was rocking that, like, colostomy bag for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Which is gross. I mean, unfortunate, but gross. But there were times, like, I was at the Richland with Mike, and I would be like, oh my God, it smells like shit in here. And it was just that he had opened up his colostomy bag.
Oh, yeah. No.
And-
I've sat next to him,
Yeah.
and he's opened it up and like squeezed it like this, and I turn like, "Ugh, what the fuck is that?" And he
It's
starts
so
laughing.
dank.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Did he ever tell you the story with I don't want to throw names out there. Tall. I'm gonna go MV.
Yeah.
Okay.
My drug dealer?
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that.
When
but-
you went this, I knew that was my drug dealer.
Okay, all right. I
Sorry,
didn't know.
MV.
Yeah. So I didn't know if I didn't know that, but there was a time that apparently he was like fucking with like MV was fucking with Mike, and I think there was like MV had a drink that came with like a little sword with the cherries on it, right? And started like like fucking with Mike, like stabbing with it, and he's like, knock it off. And then MV was a little drunk, and then he's
no.
like,
So this is back when MV drank, which he's been sober for years.
yeah, and I'm almost positive it is MV. I'm almost positive. If
first of
I'm
all,
wrong, MV, listen, I love you, bud.
I love
You're
you
a
too.
wonderful
Also,
soul.
please still continue selling me drugs. I love the drugs so much.
And so he kept fucking with him, poking with him. And Mike's like, listen, you do that again, I'm gonna fucking blast you
I'm
with
gonna
my
fuck
bag. And he's like, haha, that's so hilarious. And then fucking kept doing it. Mike opened his bag and full blasted a gust of air right into MV's face.
From the colostomy
From
bag?
the bag, yeah. And like MV was like,
dude. Yeah.
yeah. And of course, Mike loves potty humor and thought it was the most hysterical thing. I mean, he told me stories that he would do it to his nephews. He's like, hey, you want to smell this? Squeeze the bag. And the kid looks
Squeeze the bag.
Yeah. Like a 6-year-old.
So when I was I was with Jen. I think we were in Aruba or Dominican Republic. We were in some island,
Go ahead.
and there was some like tchotchke shop just selling garbage necklaces, garbage whatevers. And there was this metal Fat Boy Harley, just made out of trash. And I looked at Jen and I was like, this would be perfect for Mike Berry. And she's like, you don't even know him that well. And I was like, I know, but he would love it. It says Aruba on the fucking license plate on the back. I'm like, I'm going to buy it for him. So I lumped in some other stuff for Jen, so she got some stuff. And I brought this thing home for Mike. And I had it in the back of Jen's car. And we got to the Richland one night, and Mike was there. And I was like, Mike, I have something for you. And I grabbed it, and I handed it to him. And I'm like, here you go. It made me think of you while we were on vacation. And he was like, I don't think we're friends like that. And I was like, I know, but it just made me think of you. And he ordered us 2 shots of Jameson. And he said, I know we're not friends like that, but maybe we should be. And we clinked glasses, and we became friends immediately from that moment.
Beautiful.
It was so fucking poetically perfect. Miss you, Mike Berry.
Yeah.
Fuck.
R.I.P. bub. Okay. Well, that's it for this week's episode.
Dude, it goes so fucking fast.
It goes so fast. Always.
God, I love you so much.
I know. Love
This
you
is
too,
my
bub.
favorite time of the week. I fucking
Always
love it.
look forward to this.
Yeah.
It does. It rips by. We had a great time, though. I mean,
I had a great time.
we had cop over the weekend.
Can we pizza bagel our way out? Because I'd love to hear it one more time.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they get to listen to it on the way in.
Yeah.
And
why
then,
shouldn't
so
they?
why not
On the way
do it
out?
on the way out?
Yeah, dude,
yeah,
it's such
why
a
not?
fucking banger.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
All right. Love you, pizza.
Pizza bagels with Tony and Dave. Oh, pizza bagels.
That's the name of this podcast.
Pizza bagels.
See you next week, kiddos.
Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.
Keep listening, or don't.
Or don't.
We hope you hate it.
Fuck you.